Hey, what's cooking? Good lookins. K1GMM, Steve, Vermont. We're going to give this a shot. Callum has got his inverted L up, M0MCX. So we're going to take a shot, see if we can actually hear him, and maybe we'll get lucky and actually be able to work him. We are on 80 meters. I am on a phased Moxon rectangle array. I posted a video this morning showing the front to back. It's a little early, I think, but we're still, an easy hour off of gray line. But I have worked into Europe at this time. Just want to say hello to Hugo. Nice to see you in here, Hugo. Charlie Tango 6 Echo. Charlie, it looks like Delta. Correct me if I'm wrong, Hugo, but good to see you, man. Thanks for joining us. I believe Callum, M0MCX DX Commander, will be running a live stream as well. I figured I'd do this just to help him out if he wanted to pull some video and we were actually successful at this. Hey, you never know. Anything to help out a friend there. So I don't know how busy it's going to be. This may be incredibly boring, so you guys figure it out. And John's in here. Hey, John, how's it going? Mike Whiskey 6 here, Victor Lima. Good to see you in here, man. And we're going to head down below 3,800 and down, see if we can pick up Callum. Could one of you guys do me a favor? Go over to DX Commander channel and see if he's actually live streaming right now. I'm too lazy. He is on now. Cool, John. Awesome. So we're going to hurry up and get going. Just to address you, Chris. Chris, good to see you. GM4ZJI, I believe it is. Good evening. Let me tell you a little bit about the Moxon. It's not big. It's not as big as you'd think. If you were to take... It's about the most compact beam you could run on 80 meters. I'm talking a 2-element beam. It's built out of 12-gauge wire. You're going to ask, you're probably wondering what the exact dimensions are. I couldn't tell you. But if you were to take a half-wave dipole on 80 meters and come in off the ends, let's say, I can't remember what it is. I think it was 14 feet on each end. Don't hold me to this. You'd have to look at the MoxGen calculator. Come in from the ends 14 feet and then take the ends and fold them back and do the same for the element right behind it. Fold those 14 feet of element in towards the other. And then to get the capacitive coupling, you set a very specific length, space between the ends of those elements on each side. So if you're to do the math, that's 28 feet plus 22 inches. Let's say 2 feet, that's 30 feet. So it only takes up 30 feet of space deep-wise. And it's 28 feet short of a full-wave half-wave dipole on 80 meters. So you can kind of figure that out in your mind. It's not big. It's not big. It'll go up. If you got any kind of room, you could actually stick something like this up there. Now, it is phased. You can use a Christmas phasing calculator, blah, 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 to get your phasing lines figured out. Basically, I've got 2 feed lines, which comes through a switch, and it switches back and forth. And then the inactive element is loaded using the delay line and the stub. It comes into a regular 2-position switch, and I switch that with a 12-volt DC motor. And then my feed line, and it's remote switchable from the jack here on the table. All righty, let's get going. So let's get the volume on the set. And we are going to take a look around. Okay, I'm going to get the headphones on, see if we can hear him. He's going to be below 3,800. May take a little bit for this to work. 378750, beautiful. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. man, brother, we did it. We did it. We did it. Very, very cool. Yeah, you actually peaked at Cal. You were anywhere from a 1, I would say a 2 and a 9. But you actually clipped an S9 at one point in a previous over there, QSL?
Yeah, fine. Gee whiz, you're a bit of QSB, but sometimes I can hear you really well over.
Fantastic, fantastic. We made the trip. There are some people watching and waiting with bated breath. I don't know how long you're going to stay, but I'll let you keep cracking along. It's getting better and better every minute. So if you can stick it out for like another hour, you'll probably have some good contact stateside. Over.
Well, this is really tremendous. So I might stick at it for a bit longer because you guys are still in the lights there over in US of A land. So I might stay out longer and wait for you.
MI0 LPO, thanks, dude.
Well, Steve, you're not a perfect copy, my friend. Okay, I'll give you that, but we made the trip over.
No problem. No problem. Thanks, Cal. And go ahead and grab, if you need something off the stream, be my guest. Grab it. I'm not going to hold it because I know you can't hear me too good. 7-3, we'll catch you later. Have a good evening, and I'll be in here listening. M0MCX, Kilo 1, Golf Mike, 7-3.
Yeah, 7-3 for now, and when it picks up, we'll have another one, Steve, okay?
Roger, roger.
Great. Mike 0, Mike Charlie X-ray this time.
Ooh, I got to get my log up. Where's my log?
Let me hit some buttons. Go ahead again, the G7.
Hey, I got DX Commander in the log on 80 meters. How cool is that? Very cool. Callum. Enter. Done. Really quick, guys. Hold on, let me stop this. It is literally an act of God that I could make that contact. If you go back to, I don't know how many videos before this, and look close at my topography, it is a flippin' nightmare to get out of this hole. I'm at 600 feet in elevation on a valley floor. I have a 4,000-foot chunk of marble on my western doorstep. NVIS, I kid you not, it's like this, straight up. And less than a quarter mile across the street, I've got the straight up NVIS Appalachian Mountains. Baker Peak is over there. That's 3,000 feet. The fact that I can even hear him is a miracle. I got to get out of here. Anyways, that's enough on my yap. You guys go ahead and sit here and listen.
You're in the log. I just got your name. You just died off a bit. You're picking up as well. G7LEU M0MCX. Thanks for making the trip. Oh, Mark. Mike 0, Mike.
You know what we need?
X-ray. CQ, over.
You know what we need someone to come up with is an RF tracking system.
Hello, CQ. Mike 0, Mike Charlie X-ray.
So Callum just slid 50K like 2 times.
Mike 0, Mike Charlie X-ray.
Or 50 hertz. I don't know. Brain dead right now.
Kilo 1, Yankee Whiskey.
Holy cow.
Is that Kilo 1, Yankee Whiskey?
Roger, Mike 0, Mike Charlie X-ray, over.
Yeah, K1GMM. We're breaking the noise. Very copyable, a little bit quiet. Name is Callum, or Cal, Charlie Alpha Lima, here in southwest England, over.
Roger, Cal. My name is Ricky, Romeo, India, Kilo, India.
This guy is running
Rex,
some serious
and,
fire.
I'm in Rockport, Massachusetts. You're about a 5 and 7. 5 and 7 in here, Cal. Over.
25 over to 30 over.
Can you say your name again? I've got my fingers twisted up.
Sure, my name is Ricky, Romeo, India, Kilo, India, Ricky, over.
Ricky, yeah, got it, yeah. Ricky, you're not on the live stream, are you?
Could you repeat that, please? Please repeat that.
Okay, amazing. I recognize the name Ricky. I've got a few Rickies on my YouTube channel, you know. But that's great, you've made the trip. What power are you running, Ricky? Over. What's your QRO level, over?
Yeah, I'm running 100 watts with a low dipole.
Wow.
Very close to the Atlantic Ocean, over.
Oh, there you go.
Atlantic Ocean. Well, that makes two of us.
There you go.
I think I'm making up the power with about 400 here, Ricky.
I'll tell you what, man.
You are copyable, so that's tremendous, isn't it?
You get close, you get on the coast. Wow.
Roger, M0MCX, K1YWW. Yeah, Cal, you're doing great with your 400 watts. Very clear signal, good audio, over.
Oh, brilliant.
Freaking poor man's linear right there. There's an example of why if you can get close to the coast, get on the salt water. That is, man, he is banging in here.
Yeah, Cal, I'm right north of Boston on the Atlantic Ocean, about 30 miles north of Boston. What is your location in the UK, over?
What is my what in the UK? QTH?
Yeah, QTH, over.
Yeah, I'm in a little town called Bude. That's Bravo Uniform Delta Echo, Bude. And my antenna is an inverted L. In fact, I made a video about it today. You'll be able to find it if you look for my call sign on YouTube. Just an inverted L, Ricky, over.
Hey, that's great. That's excellent. Yeah, I have dipoles for 40, dipoles for 80, and a homemade hex beam for the rest, over.
Yeah, really tremendous. How low is this dipole, over?
About 18 feet off the ground. 18 feet off the ground, over.
Oh, tremendous. Really tremendous. And how far from the ocean are you, Ricky, over?
Maybe 200 feet. Maybe 200 feet, over.
That is awesome.
Fantastic.
That is awesome.
Well, I'm about maybe 1,000 feet, Ricky. It really helps us, doesn't it, over?
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. And 80 is coming back for me. I was able to talk to a guy in Norway over the weekend, over.
Tremendous. Well, don't change your thing, as they say. Lovely to make the trip, Ricky. Thank you so much for dropping in. K1YWW M0MCX. All the best, Ricky. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Hey, Roger, Cal, great to talk to you, and enjoy the weekend coming up anyway. Mike Zero, Mike Charlie X-Ray, K1Y.
India 7 Kilo Oscar. India 7KO, hello, M0MCX, Callum here down in southwest England, about 5 and 8, I guess, over.
Yeah, all right, Callum. It's George here. How are you?
George, how are you, mate? I'm fine, over.
Yeah, all good here. I was a little further down the band earlier on, chatting to a few boys, so I was just about to close down, and I seen you come up on the there, so a very good evening to you from the Emerald Isle. You're about to say I'm about 5'8", over.
Oh, just say the end of that. I was just adjusting the filter size to give a wider sound for you, George, and then I missed what you said.
Yeah, you're about 58 here as well, about 58, Callum, into central EI, so I take it you're down in Brood or whatever it's called there.
Yeah, rude. Rude, but with a B. That's it. Yes. And
right slap bang in the centre of the country. So the crow flies were probably 300 miles plus apart.
Yeah, fair enough then. And so what power are you running tonight, George?
About 250 there at the minute. About 250 from the old L7 go.
Yeah, fine. I'm not sparing the horses here, but I'm around about 400, George. So, great. It's great for you to drop in. I mean, we've had a lot of chat on all sorts of stuff, haven't we? So, to speak with each other. You're not on my logbook here, George. That must be the first time I've actually had a QSO over.
No, we would have had a QSO before under my old call, Echo India 7. Hang on. I can't even remember it now. Echo India 7, George King Baker. We would have had a chat under that call sign back in 2016 on 40 of it.
Oh, really? Okay, fine. Yeah, okay. Well, that rings a bell then, doesn't it? Are you off to bed now?
Yeah, I reckon so. I might have a quick spin up and down the band, but I don't see a whole lot happening. The band was very, very good earlier on, and we've noticed there are quite a few of us that could be on here kind of late at night, well, late-ish at night, but the band is starting to go along around 11:30, so I hear some very strong Spanish stations a little further down the band.
Yeah, and a couple of guys, well, 3 guys from the US called in, so that was a pleasant surprise. I don't often do that on 80, George, ever.
Yeah. Oh, look, you never know what you'll work on here. It's kind of like rolling the dice at times, but there you go. So, nice to get you in the log on 80 under the EI7KO call. So, I'll leave you to it, Callum. There's probably other people there that want to say hello to the YouTube megastar that you're over.
Yeah, that's fine. It's a bit quiet, but that's, we're just putting the show on anyway. And it's good fun for everybody. We've got about 80, 90 people listening into the live stream, George. Take it easy, brother. Thanks for calling in, my friend. EI7KO. I will see you next time on the 0MCX.
Yeah, okay, Callum. As I said, nice to get you in the log, and good evening to everybody on YouTube there. And be sure to have a look at my videos as well, HI. Okay, Callum, 73, and have fun. N8SDR this side of EI7KO. Bye-bye.
All the best, George. Thanks a lot. EI7KO M0MCX. Bye-bye. Anyone else for a call? Mike Zero, Mike Charlie X-ray listening.
Alpha Bravo 3, Zulu Alpha.
Bravo 3 Echo.
Alpha Bravo 3, Zulu Alpha.
Yeah, AB3ZA. Oh, it's Keith. That's right. Oh, we had you on 40 the other night, Keith.
Right, so that's why I cut the combo short. And also, if I didn't answer the correct questions last night, I do apologise. Over.
Mate, it was, I think, stuff going on each side. Oh, I remember I was asking you, do you have to take... by the way, just to clear up the mess here, you're about 5'6", 5'7" in my ears, if you know what I mean, Steve. I was asking you, if you go over there with like an F0 call or G4 or whatever, do you have to retake their test, Keith, over?
Okay, so if you have a UK license and you move to the USA, in theory, you can keep your British call sign and then put a Whiskey X or a Whiskey X prefix in front of it. The FCC quite often, it doesn't really put a limit, but their guideline is around about a year. So I actually went and took the exams purely because working DX, obviously Whiskey 3/Mike 0 Golf Oscar Charlie, is a hell of a mouthful in compared to a shorter US call sign. Over.
Yeah, got it. Okay, fine.
Really?
And is there quite a difference in the 2 exams, Keith?
To be honest, I did all 3 exams in a day. Basically, I know when I took the foundation over there, you had to do a practical project, but luckily I have a degree in electronic engineering anyway, so that wasn't so much of an issue. And to be honest, I just practiced the exams. There are online tests here that you can practice. I did that for 2 or 3 weeks, went to a ham fest, and then basically did all 3 in one morning. Over.
Yeah, fair enough then. And did you find the conversion between the two pretty easy?
respects, but also the FCC stuff is slightly different. It's hard to say because, to be honest, I'm one of those that once I've taken an exam, I forget the material over.
Yeah, fine. I just remember reading some of the protocol that license conditions. You would have to learn that locally, wouldn't you? Because our license conditions, you know, they're very specific. You know, we've got specific full site types and all that. We should have to know all that for the exam. Yeah, okay, fine. So remind me, what power are you running tonight?
Tonight I'm on 500 watts again. I know I very rarely run the amplifier at full power. I just don't need to. Luckily, with the antenna I've got currently, the height I've got it works very well. Although, as I was saying last night, hopefully once I get the planning permission, I'll have a 55-foot tower in the backyard. Then I'll be putting a Mosley 40 through 6 meter on top of that, and then I'll still keep the Carolina for low bands over.
Yeah, lovely, perfect. Yeah, it sounds like a nice plan, my friend. I only do big radio these days from the coast when I'm on holiday because I just find. Well, I've got a 2 shacks. One shack's at a farm. I haven't really got. There's no place for a tower without digging up the main drag between the for all the cables and everything. Anyway, whatever. I might get a little tower in there, maybe a 60-footer with a tri-bander on it or something. One day down at the farm, certainly not in the house. The house is in on an estate, and the kids are at a certain age where we can't really retire and move. Otherwise they'll go, "Oh, you throwing us out?" Anyway, that's the story, Keith. Anyway, great signal from you. Very kind of you to drop in. AB3ZA M0MCX.
M0MCX from Alpha Bravo 3 Zulu Alpha. Well, great to talk to you again. I know it's late. I'm actually looking across at the live stream on my laptop, so you're probably listening and smiling. I don't know how much of a delay the live stream is from live speaking, but still. Anyway, you're doing really well. I know you probably want to get some more kill signs in, so I'll leave that with you. This is Alpha Bravo 3 Zulu Alpha saying 73s, happy DXing, and by the way, I really enjoyed the live stream. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Oh, great, Keith. Thanks for the flowers, mate. Yeah, no, the delay is about 10 seconds, I think. Could be faster, but I'd need a faster, bigger upload, if you know what I mean. I've only got about 800k here from the holiday, you know, internet. It's kind of dark ages for internet down here, Keith. But thanks a lot. AB3ZA M0MCX. Bye-bye for now.
73s.
Record Mike 0, Mike Charlie X-ray.
Kilowatt 2 Foxtrot to Victoria.
K2FV. Hello, sir. Name is Callum, C-A-L-L-U-M, down here in the north coast of Cornwall, southwest England. Over.
Very fine, Callum. Name here is Dave, Denmark, America, Victoria, England, just north of Philadelphia. And you're 5 and 9 with me. A very nice signal here into Pennsylvania. Nice to hear you on. And just turn on the radio. It's a surprise to hear activity. So it's good to see the band coming back. M0MCX, K2FE.
Yeah, brilliant. I wish I was a G0. That means I've been doing this older than I have. I'm an M0, Dave. But yeah, fine copy on you. Not maybe quite as strong as Keith. In my ears, you're sort of 5, but perfectly copyable, Dave. Go ahead.
Roger. Oh, you're absolutely crystal here with me. So I have no idea what time sunset is, but I'm sure we're past it by now. It gets earlier and earlier with every passing day. So there you go. But yeah, the band was terrible yesterday, but big improvement day to day. So that's good. We're running here 500 watts, 2 pair of phased dipoles, and located, as I said, just north of Philly. M0MCX, I said Mike 0, right? MCX, K2FE.
K2FE, M0MCX. And tell me, what power are you running tonight, over?
I'm running 500 watts, so 500.
Yeah, got it. About the same as me, Dave. Really nice to make the trip on 80 meters. I very rarely do SSB on 80. And to do some transatlantic 80 meters SSB is always great fun, Dave. It is for me anyway. I get a kick every day I use the radio. Dave. Great audio, by the way. K2SB. See you next time, or drop in half an hour if I'm a bit stronger. M0MCX, over.
Yeah, very good. M0MCX, K2 Fox Victoria. Yeah, well, I'm actually, my antenna, I had to do some work on it yet. It's not where it should be, but it works. It's just one of the dipoles is out of tune, so because I had to replace the wire in it. I didn't get a chance to get it to fully tuned correctly, but I'm waiting for the weather to get a little cooler and certainly a lot less wet. It's been raining every day here for some time, and it's just not good weather for doing antenna work. All the best to you, Ian Callum, and thanks so much, and pleasure to meet you here on 75. M0.
¿Cuándo, brother? La temperatura, mira, tú sabes mucho de barco, José.
Novembre, Golf Delta Bravo, Papa Whiskey.
Por los barcos ese, pregúntale a Felipe, yo voy a poner a Felipe.
Okay, Dave. K2SB, M0MCX. Bye-bye.
At 7-3. Who is the other stateside station calling in?
Who's calling? It's Mike, 0 Mike Charlie.
Victor K3WDR.
Okay, let's go down 3 or down 4, okay?
No problem. You sort out. You scared? I'll just take a glass of milk.
No, just someone calling me. I want them to go down 4. I'm going to call them. You enjoy the frequency, K2FE.
And I am eating up a whole whopping 12%.
Are you kidding me? I'm running 66% here. Can you believe it? And I'm on it's an older computer, but I built it for gaming. It's a 6-core AMD 3.1 gig, 16 gigs of RAM, DDR3. Do not ask me the bus speed, but I built it so it would be expandable so I can upgrade it. However, I am not running solid state drives, and I've been thinking about going to a RAID setup with solid state drives, but I think that's overkill. But I've always wanted to do that, and I can pick them up for about $25 a piece. So I don't know. I got to do something. You know, I got a lot of stuff. This N8SDR is a pig, dude. I hate this program. It works okay for what I use it for, but yeah, it's a power hungry monster. Over.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you something that some of that has to do with too. Now, see, you're getting into my profession. That's what I do. I built this rig 11 years ago when I got my Flex 3000. That's how long I've had this. And it's also an AMD. It's an 8-core though. It's a now I don't remember which processor it is, Steve. It's an 8-core though. 16 gigs of RAM. Built it for gaming as well. Solid state drives, except for the data drive. All the software and the applications are on the solid state drive, and then I dump all my data files onto a regular mechanical drive. Of course, all this stuff gets backed up continuously the way I've got it set up. But what I found is video cards have a big say in that whole CPU usage. So I'm not sure which video card you're running, but what I found is a lot of the onboard video cards, you know, where you're using the processor and the RAM from the motherboard, will actually cause a lot of that high CPU usage. And go into an external card or, you know, an internal card, you know, off the motherboard bus, that has its own RAM and everything else on it, its own processor, can really help that CPU usage. Are you using is it the standard onboard video?
No. Well, yeah, I'm a little confused over that. Oh gosh, it's an older card. I could probably tell you exactly what it is. I can't remember where to look for it though. Oh, yeah, duh. Hold on, I'll tell you exactly what the video card is. It's older. It's not current. I may have even ripped it out of an older computer. Oh shoot. Let's see. Come on. What is going on here? Yeah. Why isn't it giving me system information? It's a GeForce 9500 GT. What do we got? Core clock, 550 megahertz. 128-bit. Total available something. I can't read it. Dedicated video memory. Yeah, it's only got a DDR2, 1024 megabits. Over.
Yeah, that could be some of it. I'm running a Radeon R7 360 here, which is an older card as well, but it's not as old as that one that you're running. This card has 8 gig of RAM on the card. It wasn't cheap. Damn, I think I paid like close to $300 for this card when it came out, or something like that, somewhere around there. It was right before all that stupid mining stuff took place. That stuff skyrocketed the GPUs, the good ones anyways. And I just looked, the processor here is an 8320, which is, still an older AMD. But this thing's worked very, very well. And I've built several computers for some of the SDR guys, and they've all been working very, very well. So if you, I heard you talking about doing something with another processor or another computer here, I think a few days ago or something. When you get ready to do that, shoot me an email. Let me know what you're going to put together, and I'll give you some opinions on it if you want.
Definitely, because I'd like to. Yes, I'd like to. I can't afford a new computer, but definitely don't be afraid to throw some ideas at me. And it sounds to me like I need to upgrade the video. I'd like to upgrade the video card, and then go to a set of solid state drives. I can afford that. And just, I think this should be adequate, I would imagine. But yeah, there's something in here that's tasking the living daylight. What's interesting is I had to shut Google hardware acceleration off, and that was killing it, man. I shut that off, but just having the chat window open is brutal, dude. If I close that chat window, the CPU, total CPU usage drops to about 20-something%. Over.
Yeah. Well, Google, in its nature, is kind of a resource system hog. And I just looked. I thought I only had your window and Malcolm's streaming open, but I actually had my RMM clients open that I have for a bunch of customers for their remote monitoring and management stuff, and something else was open. Anyway, there was 4 tabs open. Let me know, when you get ready to do something, and I'll give you some opinions on it. I've been doing that. I got into computers a long time ago. Been doing it for 26 years, and I really got heavily involved in a lot of hardware my first 7 or 8 years into that, and I still stay really pretty current with the hardware stuff, but now I'm doing networking and hardware and system builds and servers and backups and you name it. I'm kind of a one-man shop. I started my own thing here about 3 years ago, and it's been taken off pretty good. So that's why you find me around sometimes during the day, because I'll be doing stuff remotely and not out of clients like I found you earlier today. But anyways, just shoot me an email. Let me know when you're gonna do that. And my suggestion would be hold off on the video card right now. Look at the new AMD Threadripper, the new AMD processors. And the motherboards that go with those, because the onboard video that's in the Threadrippers is actually really, really nice. And then later on, add a really high-end graphics card to that. I would put my money into the processor and motherboard with a Threadripper before I do a video card upgrade right now.
Okay, sounds good, man. Thank you. That's the thing. I want the best bang for the buck. Unfortunately, spending $1,000 on a computer ain't gonna happen, and that ain't gonna happen for a long time. So I'm pretty much cut off by my own accord, because you know what they say: a happy wife is a happy life. Anyways, I got to get out of here. 7-3, I'm going to go ahead and close the stream, and we'll catch you later, Rick. Good to hear you, man, as always, and thanks for checking in. N8SDR, K1GMM.
All right, Steve. Take care, buddy, and always enjoy the videos and the antennas and everything else that you're playing around with there, man. You and Cal have some really interesting videos, and the live stream stuff, and that's what makes it interesting. It's what keeps me coming back watching you guys. So, and the hobby itself. It's just, I think the three of us have a lot of stuff in common, which is great. Take care, and check your email here. I'm going to send you an email here in just a couple minutes. I didn't want to. Well, I'll put it in the email. Take care, buddy. I'll talk to you later. Have a great evening. K1GMM, N8SDR.
You too, Rick. Catch you later. Thanks again for all your help. K1GMM. Hey guys, I'm going to be closing the stream here, and let me respond to John, and I'm going to sign off and go get something to eat. I'm so tired I can't keep my eyes open. See you, Bill. Good to see you, man. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and respond to these. John, if you're watching, I'm actually pointed southwest. And after talking to, what was his name, Dave, I think it's calls K3FE, he never verified it for me. But he was listening on a web SDR, and he said when I flipped the antenna to go towards stateside here, I completely disappeared. Which is good, because that's what it's designed to do. So, yeah, you aren't going to hear me. You wouldn't be hearing me. The past half hour or so, I've been actually pointed at stateside. Anyways, we will catch you guys later. And yes, Rick, I will check my mail. John, good to see you. Everybody watching, thank you. Say 7-3. Have a good evening and good DX. And we'll catch you all later.